You're listening to Systemic Error Podcast. The failure was designed.
FBI scrambles after Kash Patel posts reckless comment on Lindsey Graham death. Sources, based on an article by Kathleen Culleton. Kash Patel turned a death into a conspiracy stage. The source material. The reporting says the FBI had to clarify its role after director Kash Patel posted on X about assisting local authorities in the sudden death of Sen. Lindsey Graham. That post landed in the middle of MAGA speculation about a Russian assassination plot, forcing the Bureau to walk back the noise and state that there was no indication of foul play and that the Metropolitan Police Department was leading. Who actually holds power? The people with actual institutional authority here were not the anonymous accounts manufacturing theories. It was Kash Patel, as FBI director, and the FBI itself, which had enough standing to either calm the situation or inflame it. Patel chose the second option. He used the Bureau's authority as a social media prop, then left everyone else to clean up the mess. That is the central fact, not the conspiracy chatter around it. Misdirection is method. The weakest part of the article's framing is that it treats the speculation like the story. It is not the story. The story is that a senior federal law enforcement official generated uncertainty by speaking before he had anything disciplined to say. That is how political misdirection works now. Power creates the fog, then points at the fog and calls it public confusion. The result is predictable. MAGA influencers get a fresh seam of paranoid content. The Bureau gets dragged into explaining basics it should never have muddled, and the public is left sorting rumor from reality after the damage is already done. The real decision. No one in the source text suggests the FBI had evidence of foul play. The explicit update says the opposite, so the decision that matters was not an investigative conclusion. It was Patel's choice to turn an active law enforcement process into a public spectacle. That matters because federal agencies are not supposed to behave like partisan amplifiers. When the FBI director posts in a way that invites speculation about Russian assassination, he is not informing the public. He is laundering instability through institutional prestige. Authoritarian habits in plain sight. This is the political pattern. Officials and influencers weaponize ambiguity, then exploit the confusion they created. They do not need proof if they can keep attention moving faster than correction. That is not a communications mistake. It is a governing style built on spectacle, rumor, and institutional decay. And when a federal law enforcement chief plays along, the problem is no longer just online hysteria. The problem is that the state itself is helping stage it. The story is not about whether one rumor was true. It is about who had the authority to stop the rumor and instead fed it. That is the larger lesson. Democratic institutions fail when their leaders confuse power with performance. Patel had the power to clarify. He chose amplification. You've been listening to Systemic Error. Thanks to Raw Story for today's article. With the automated voice of Marcus, thanks for listening.